because I have invested as much time and concern on this project as others spend raising a child, I have occasionally been labeled obsessed. What these people don't realize is that I'm doing this for them. They don't want to see what I see. Yet. I finally understand how someone like Adolf Hitler managed to fool the overwhelmingly Christian nation of Germany into believing that he was doing God's work. I now know that Adolf Hitler was a large part of an agenda that is so massive that it can't be fully described here. You had better care about this plan instead of sports or soap operas, because what happened to Germany during the Nazi era is happening to America and the West today. In a good 2 hours, you will learn the most important details of some aspects of what took me over 2 years to figure out. I don't know everything, but I know enough. Find out how to capture this presentation on your computer and make DVDs from it while we still have a free internet. Send me an email, especially if you decide to take up the offer at the end. Watch this presentation in a full-screen window at the highest resolution that your internet connection can handle. Pause it to read the many quotations on the screen. Without knowing the past, you can't know the present or the future. This is why so much of this presentation is a very intense history lesson that you may need to watch several times to fully understand. Please be patient with it and watch it to the end. It does get to a point, which is this. There is hope for the future. Leonard Ulrich, March 2011.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order. Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge.
I think even that does not describe why the world has changed so much and why the world has turned so much toward a new world order and a new kind of civilization.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order, and instead it looks like we got a lot of disorder.
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Jacksonville. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
This was a stirring address, in my view. Shorter than his father's speech when he announced the New World Order.
It's only now that we can begin to understand the world order that globalization brings and what it's going to look like. It's driven forward now not just by the balance of military spending.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So it'll be first down here after the run.
This film is about
They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Most of the evil in this world is how
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
This film is unique in that it systematically studies the origins, activities, and destiny of evil. If you're a Christian, and even if you're not, you should keep watching in order to reduce the effects of evil. Presentations in this genre make all kinds of predictions about the future, most of which will turn out to be wrong. Instead of dwelling on the future, I'm going to survey the past. Once you know how we
Now
got
a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he
Why
did.
are so many anti-Christians doing everything they can to fulfill that myth? Looks like we should study the New World Order. The New World Order is like a rope. That rope is made up of cords of political...
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield, and if they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
A one-world government, a one-world economy, a one-world military, a one-world...
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That we should have a world government, but only when the Messiah arrives. He wrote that any attempt to achieve world order before that time must be the work of the devil. Well, join me. I'm glad to sit here at the right hand of Satan.
The primary driver of the New World Order is religion. After all,
A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Of those who are controlling us. All this knowledge is necessary to form strategies of resistance to what you are probably not
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Mindset, control system, and tool of warfare get created.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Or as intermediaries between the masses.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Knowledge
Wide open receiver complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Large groups of people can be held in check by belief systems given to them by a tiny elite, which keeps a core of knowledge to itself.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but the pressure threw it incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Very word secrecy is repugnant.
They'll look to throw again.
And we are
into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere.
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Shift together here from the D-line.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And a dump off to White. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silent, not praised.
Breeze now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Outside the narrowest limits of national security. So it is to the printing press. The recorder
on first down, Breeze.
The keeper of his conscience.
And that's going to be incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And now it's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Here's White.
They prospered.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
To the revelations of the Jewish prophets.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jaguars getting set to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, 20, 10, and all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. An even 90 yards. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And then remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the down here on 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver from 6 yards away. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
The name Knights Templar was
Breeze now on 1st down. Goes underneath here to White. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Special protection by the Pope. As the Crusades wore on,
2nd down now after the pass completion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Breeze to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down.
conspiracy.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now Breeze on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the gun, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
As the construction of grand cathedrals declined, Masons concentrated less on stonework and more on occult teachings. By 1717, the world's first Grand Lodge of Freemasonry was
and
established.
A fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
The age-old satanic desire for power also grew within Freemasonry.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One receiver left, 3 to the right. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
4 down. Ready. Mike 5-5.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. A long way to go here for the offense on third down after the penalty. 3rd and 15.
4 down, 4 down. Ready, yellow lady.
On third, now Breeze lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least some. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Jacksonville. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. run with Howard. Stays on his feet. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Kessler now on first down. And McDonald here over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll come out in the pistol. And on the ground they go with a running back. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
It was part of the Intermasonic Club, but as it visions not be contained. Keep in mind that Napoleon appointed himself as King of France in December 1804.
Here's the Jaguar kick team
Napoleon
now as they run up and send this one
Emperor
away.
of France, yet his policies contained a fatal flaw.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Napoleon's Bank de France, which would provide interest-free loans.
And he'll probably wish he reconsidered
was a
here. It'll
direct
cost him
threat
10
to the
yards now
Rothschild
with a new
banking
rule
empire.
as he's down at the
The Rothschilds
15-yard
decided
line.
to defeat
And the
Napoleon's
Patriots
army,
gearing up to
not
go
through
now.
military conquest,
And they had the fumble
but by
last time
financial
that led
dominance.
to a touchdown.
Napoleon
That's
needed
a
so
no-no.
much money to
We'll see what
finance
they do
the
here
war,
this go
and he
around.
agreed to
A
sell
big
all French
no-no.
territory
Put that
in
in
America
capital letters.
through the
Turning
Louisiana
it over,
Purchase
the
of
other team takes it
1804.
down and scores. That can be a
Nathan Rothschild
deflator
of
for a
England
football
took
team.
Prince William's
Now
money,
it's up to the
transferred
offense
to
to get back
Amschel
out on the field
Rothschild
and
of
pick
Germany,
things up.
No, they're
and
out
used
there.
it to
We'll see
fund
if they
British
can pick those
forces.
things back up.
Jacob
he couldn't
Rothschild of
quite
France
hold it.
was
Got
one of
hit.
several banks helping
Ball
to fund
pops out,
Napoleon's army.
incomplete.
This means
Oh,
that the
man, for him
Rothschilds
to
were
be
busy
that
funding
wide
both
open
sides
and
of the
drop
War of
it.
1812.
Sometimes you have just
The
too much
modern
time on your
financial
hands,
system,
right? You end up
started by the
thinking way too
Rothschilds,
much,
has
and your
been
hands
funding
get
both
shaky.
sides
And yes, he's a
of
tight
every
end, but
major
that's a
war
catch he
for
should have made.
200 years. While the Battle of Waterloo was a defeat for Napoleon,
Offense
it was
looking to
also a
avoid a
guarantee of
3rd and
financial
long. It's 2nd
domination
and
for the
10.
Rothschilds. Because the Rothschilds had a network of banking couriers throughout
Kessler will
Europe,
try again on
they were the
second
only
down.
merchants allowed to
Over
pass
the middle,
through the
that's
English
caught by
and French
Adams.
blockades.
And he's
One of
taken
these
down,
couriers
but not
crossed the
before he
English
gets
Channel
this
with the
across
news
the
that Wellington had left
25-yard
for
line.
a full
One thing
24
I can
hours
say pretty
before
safely,
Wellington's
that
own
route is
courier.
not called if you don't have
Nathan
a guy who can
Rothschild
throw the
knew
ball and
that
put
he
some
was
mustard
armed
on
with
it.
this
Because
critical
if you throw a
information
lollipop
before
it in the middle of
anyone
the
else
field,
was.
bad things
He ordered
usually
his workers
happen.
to start
It takes a
selling holdings
strong-armed
of
guy who
British
can
war
rifle it in
bonds.
there, and they were
Other
able to
traders
successfully
observed
complete
this
that
false
one.
maneuver and started
Now
selling their
Kessler
bonds in a
got a man
panic.
open. That's
The bonds
Devontae
became
Parker
worthless
complete.
as everyone
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Let's go! Green 39! Green! Detroit!
From the gun on third, Kessler. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Wow. That one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing them incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the first down.
Now Kessler on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Kessler now on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Running with Howard. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Kessler.
There's another example.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. And a big... Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it.
An occasional participant was the American ambassador to Great Britain, Benjamin Franklin.
Kick team now as they run up and send this
Whether or not
away.
any of these American leaders are Christian is
On the
not for
return,
me to
this is
decide.
Micah Hyde.
The singular point being
And
made
they're going to
here
start this
is that
drive in
America
pretty
has
good shape
always
as
had
they get
a
it up
thick
past
Christian
the
veneer
30.
applied to a Gnostic core. Over time, that occult core has grown and the Christian veneer has worn thin. In 1791, Alexander Hamilton established the first privately owned central bank in the United States with $10 million on a 20-year charter. This is contrary to the United States Constitution, which Hamilton signed. When the charter expired, the head of this private group was revealed. None other than Nathan Rothschild in England said, either the application for the renewal of the charter is granted, or the United States will find itself in a most disastrous war.
And they get him down,
The United States repelled the British on American soil within 1 year of Nathan Rothschild's pronouncement during the War of
It should go without
1812.
saying that anytime you run the football
Fortunately
well
for
and get a
America,
nice chunk of yardage,
Britain
that
was
means
tied
the
up
offensive
fighting
line did
Napoleon
their job
in Europe
and did it really
and
well.
couldn't send enough
Let's give them a
troops
little
to
more
reclaim
credit than
America.
that. Because all
While
week
America
long,
won a military
offensive line
victory,
meetings, they're
its
going over
financial back was
adjustments,
broken.
counters,
The
when
War of
they-
1812
line
forced
shifts,
the
all those
rechartering
things
of
that
the
go
private
along
bank
with it.
of the United
And yet
States.
you still have to be physical.
Thanks to the
and that's
war
what
and
they did
inflation,
on the first play.
the debt
A
owed to
very
the bank
solid
exploded
gain
to
of 27.
$127
Well,
million.
coaches always talk about finding
Andrew
balance
Jackson
on
vetoed
offense.
the bank
I don't think you get
in
much more balance than
1832.
this. Big time run,
In
big
1835,
time pass.
Oh,
President
1-2
Jackson
combination.
distributed a
Looked pretty good.
$35
How about
million
that?
surplus.
Let's see if they
This
can
was the
continue to take that
only
kind of a
time
punch,
in
though.
American history that the United States had balanced its books.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
The Rothschilds had their
Give him
sights
4
set on
yards there.
reclaiming
It'll be
America.
2nd and 6.
A divide and
If you're a
conquer
football guy,
strategy
that's a
would be
pretty
used
run because
by creating
everyone
a
is in sync
conflict
right
between
there.
the North
Obviously,
and the
guy
South.
carrying the ball, but how about the people
The North
up
was
front?
to be a British
Leverage,
colony annexed to
athleticism,
Canada
they created
under the
some nice
control
space
of
for them.
Lionel Rothschild. The South was
A
to be a
fake to
French
McCoy.
colony
Now it's
given
Taylor.
to Napoleon III of
On
France
the left side,
under
it's
the control
McDonald.
of James
And
Rothschild.
taking it to the
Lincoln's main
15-yard
problem
line
shifted
before
from
he's
slavery,
brought down.
which he outlawed,
So much
to
goes
how
into
he
a
was going to
successful
pay
play,
for the
doesn't it?
defense of
How about
America
that play
against
action
the
there,
international
freezing the
bankers
defense
who were
just
destroying
enough
it.
to bring the tight end free
Lincoln came up
downfield for
with
the
a brilliant
completion.
solution called the greenback. The government would print its own interest-free currency that would later be redeemable in gold. The bankers wouldn't stand
And now
for this.
inside the
On
red
April
zone, the
14th,
offense will operate.
1865, 5 days after the South surrendered, Lincoln was shot by John Wilkes Booth. Booth
Now
was
a play
member
fake here
of
on
the Knights
first
of the
down.
Golden Circle.
He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah
The
on that one,
monarchies
but
of Europe,
that's the
led by the
exact
British
right
royal
throw.
family,
Either your
have been
receiver
involved
gets
in the
it
occult
or
for
no one
centuries
gets it.
through
Give
the
them a lot of
sponsorship of
credit for being very
clairvoyants.
precise with it.
Got
The
rid
British
of it.
royal
No one got
family
it.
is deeply Masonic. The Queen's cousin, the Duke of Kent, is British Freemasonry's Grand Master. There is even a Freemasonic lodge in Buckingham Palace. Though the current Queen is
So
not
incomplete
amused
on
at
first.
this,
Let's see what
her
second down has in
predecessors
store.
were often Masonic. It is a fact that much of the European nobility goes back
Out of
to
the gun,
various
it's Taylor.
houses, especially in England
And a
and
quick
France,
throw here, that's
which
complete.
link the lines
That
of the kings
catch
of
good for
England
5.
and the
It's
kings
third
of
down.
Jerusalem.
Well, the strategy was
Fiction
evident there.
occurs when the
Get
slink
it to
is
your
used
tight
to create
end
a
and make it a
mythology which
one-on-one
states
play
that the
with a
British
cornerback.
people, led
Who's
by their
usually going to
monarch,
win that one?
are one of
The
the
tight
lost
end,
tribes
not
of
there.
Israel.
Not in this situation. How
British
about the
Israel
corner defeating that
Freemasons also
logic
believe
and making a
that
really
since
nice
America
tackle?
was
We always like
descended
to talk
from
about
Britain,
defense in terms
Americans
of levels.
who are
First
of
level
British
defensive
Masonic
line,
descent
second
are
level
also one of
linebackers,
the
third
lost
level
tribes of
defensive
Israel.
backs.
On the
And
back
he'll
of the
get
U.S.
in.
$1 bill,
Touchdown,
there exists a
Buffalo.
Star of David,
LaShawn McCoy, a 5-yard
The British royal
touchdown
family
run,
is more
and
German
the Bills have
than it is
taken the
English.
early lead.
Queen Victoria
That's
was
just a
married to
solid,
Prince Albert of
methodical drive to start
Saxe-Coburg
this
and
game.
Gotha.
And how about how it culminated,
pressure from
doing
advent
exactly what they
German
wanted to do,
sentiment
getting the ball
created during World War
downfield, and then
King
running
George
it into
V
the end zone.
changed his
I'm just
family
telling you,
name to
partner, when you
Windsor.
run it in rather than throw it in,
Princess Elizabeth
that hurts a
wanted
defense
to marry
psychologically a
Prince
heck of a
Philip
lot
of the
more.
House of Schleswig-Holstein,
Gano
son of
now,
Lord
following the
Luxembourg.
touchdown here to
She
kick it
faced the
away.
same problem that King George did. Prince Philip renounced
This
his
is
titles
taken
and
at his
adopted the
4.
surname of Mountbatten. All 4 of Prince Philip's sisters married into the German nobility, which embraced Nazi philosophy. Remember that Adam Weishaupt wrote more material on the Illuminati under the sponsorship of
They'll
Duke
come
Ernst
out
II
in the
of
pistol.
Saxe-Coburg-Altenburg,
And he'll give it
which
here
is
to
the
his
same
running
region
back.
of Germany that the British royal
So a
family
nice job
comes
to break the
from.
1 tackle, but not
Given
much
all the
daylight
evidence
after
of the
that
British
as he's
royal
brought
family's
down.
ties to
A
the
couple of
occult,
Bills team up to bring him
Freemasonry,
down there.
and their German
Yeah, that wasn't a
heritage,
big run, just a
it is
short
not
one
hard
there.
to
But
see
guess
that the
what?
teachings
Sometimes
of
you
Adam
treat it like
Weishaupt
boxing.
are
You throw
being
that
used by
jab
the
out there,
British
and you
royal
throw it
family.
again, you throw it
Today,
again, then you come with a big
British
punch later.
monarchy was
Maybe they're just
involved
trying to
in
settle them up.
wars with China over opium.
They'll give
From
it to
about
him
the
right up the
mid-17th
gut.
century onwards,
Fighting
Europe had a
through.
huge trade deficit
7
with China.
yards there, good enough
Europe
to move
wanted
the
Chinese
sticks.
to
That was a
sell
good,
porcelain,
nice, crisp run
but
for a
China did
first
not
down.
want as much of what Europe had to offer. This trade deficit problem was made worse by the fact that Chinese emperors demanded to be paid in silver and gold coin. The problem was solved when British
So they pick up
traders
the first
began
down after the
importing
run, and
opium
now
into
they
China
approach for the fresh
from
set.
India. Large areas of China became addicted to opium.
They go
Addiction
play
was so
action here on
intense
first
that in
down.
many areas
Looking
of
for his
China,
running back, and he's got him.
opium was
Call it a
currency.
gain of 3, and
Conflict
that'll make it a
between the
second
Chinese
down.
emperors and British
And more and
traders
more
grew so
offenses are
bad
going to the
that Queen
philosophy of using
Victoria sent in the
every
British
inch of the
army
field to try
fight
and
the
spread things
Chinese
out.
army
And when your
over
running back can catch the ball as well,
1839
that can only
to
help your offense.
1842, and again in 1846 to 1860. When you are told that the British
send a
royal
receiver
family's
in
wealth
motion
is
to the
based on
left.
taxation, don't believe it. It could be argued that the British East India Company occupied India
From
on
the
behalf
shotgun,
of the British
he'll look to
crown and its
throw.
traders.
And he'll be
Afghanistan
hit
is
as he
occupied
releases
today
it,
by
and that'll
coalition
fall
forces.
incomplete.
In
When defenses
2007,
get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an
Ahmad
incompletion.
Bali Karzai, brother of Afghan President Hamid Karzai, is intimately linked with the
On
export
third
of
down, he'll
opium
drop to
from
throw.
Afghanistan.
He's going to fire one
He
deep
is
over the
also
middle.
on
And that's
the
caught
CIA
inside the 30.
The Taliban lend the farmers the money. They are indebted to the Taliban. They have to grow the opium. Now the Marines and their success are, in a sense, a victim of their success because now the population is, they have these opium fields, and we are tolerating it. We are tolerating the cultivation of the opium because we know that if we were to destroy it now, the population would turn against the Marines, and it would be a real security risk.
Catches, right?
The
Sometimes you have to
Taliban
go up and
finances
beat a
much of
defender
its
for the
operations
football.
by selling
He has
opium,
that in
which
his
is grown
arsenal
from
as well.
poppies,
Showed
which
it
are right now
there.
being harvested. So here's the question: why
And
are
they'll run it
American
here.
troops now
And
helping
now a
Afghan
fumble. The
farmers
ball's
grow
out.
that opium?
Wow.
Nick
That
Shiffer
ball
reports
gets
from
knocked free,
Afghanistan on a
but a
controversial
teammate
new
comes
policy.
along and
In
scoops
one
it
case,
up.
they even paid a
Almost like
farmer
it's almost like
$1,000
baseball.
after
Guys
U.S.
at bat,
Afghan
people
Special
are on
Forces
base in
burned
scoring
his
position.
crop.
One guy doesn't
As you
get
come
him
up
home,
to base
the
on my
next guy
next
comes
visit,
through
I
and
will,
picks him
make
up.
a payment.
And avoids the turnover. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The round table
And now
groups are
out
the
come
most
the
influential
Bills.
and
And they were able to
interconnected
punch it in the end
secret
zone last
societies
time.
in
They'll
the
be looking to
Western
do that again
While
here for the
Cecil Rhodes
defense.
did not start
Obviously,
any
they'll
of
be
these
looking to
groups,
stop them from
he was
punching it back in the
instrumental
end
in
zone.
ensuring
It
that they
always
worked
is punch
together
counter punch,
toward a
isn't it?
common goal.
And which team has the
In
advantage? Let's just go
1966,
back. Last time
Georgetown
on offense,
University
they
history
rolled
professor
downfield, got into a
Carol
good
Quigley
rhythm. You see
defined
a
this
little more
goal in a
bounce in and
massive
out of the
work
huddle. You can
entitled
see the
Tragedy.
sideline really get into the game.
One of the
So
members of the
defensively,
round
you're thinking to
table
yourself,
groups,
how do
sponsored
we
Carol
take that
Quigley,
away from them? How
was
do we
given
get the
access to
advantage
their
back?
secret
Let's see
records
what they come
to
up with.
produce what
I
the
think
group
pressure's
thought would
always the
be
first
an
way to go.
internal
You love pressure.
I
As a
love
teenager,
Nowhere to get
I
away,
heard
and
John
down he
Kennedy's
goes.
summons
Taylor is
to
sacked.
citizenship.
Dante Fowler
And then as a
in there
student
to
at
make the
Georgetown,
sack. He
I heard
buries
that
him for
call
a loss of
clarified
10.
by a professor.
Big sack on
named
second
Gerald
down. Now
Whitley,
the offense needs to
who
convert
said
here on
to
third.
us that America was the greatest
And the back
nation
goes
in
into
history
motion.
because our people have always
long. It's Taylor.
Two things. That
And
tomorrow
incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Has a personal
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is taken at the 15. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game?
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
200 jab. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The ancient and accepted rite of Freemasonry, published in 1871. The Knights of the Golden Circle, or KGC.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
And some space here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Of Chief Justice of the KKK. This is also borne out at the location of
Shift
the
together
statue,
here from the D-line. They come
Judiciary
out
Square
5
in
wide,
Washington,
3 of them to the
DC.
right side.
Albert Pike is responsible
Now back
for
to
inflaming
throw.
racial tensions that were the official cause of
Oh,
the
he'll
U.S.
want
Civil
that
War.
one back.
Now
Incomplete.
you can understand
He
how the
doesn't
American
drop too
Civil
many in
War
that
wasn't really
department.
about
Third
who would
down.
control the money supply of the United States, and that slavery was a secondary issue in this conflict.
Single. That's a single in the slot. Single in the slot.
And the slot man goes in
William
motion
Huntington
left.
Russell was one of the more prominent merchants involved in the Chinese
From the
opium trade.
midfield stripe, they'll look
Born
to
in
throw.
America,
And he's got
Russell
his
did
man
what
in
most
stride,
wealthy businessmen
complete.
did during the
And they're
Industrial
able to get
Revolution.
this one down to the
Protect his
25.
assets from taxation
A big
by
play
establishing
that time
a
on the
tax-free
catch and
foundation.
run. And it's going to yield
The
a new
tax-free
set of
foundation that
downs.
Russell and
So after that
company
big
established,
gain, let's see what else
based
the
on
offense
opium
has up
revenue,
its sleeve.
was the Russell Trust. The key institution of indoctrination
They'll look to
that
throw
Russell
here
Trust
on first
established
down.
was Skull
Got a
and
man
Bones.
over the middle. It's Williams.
Skull and Bones was founded
And
at
down
Yale
inside the
University
15,
in
shy of the 10.
as a black
They give him
lodge of
15
Freemasonry.
more, and it's another
The
first
odds that
down.
both presidential
An ex-teammate
candidates
used to
would
tell me all
happen
the
to be
time,
members
I
of Skull
hate
and
experienced
Bones
quarterbacks
is
because
approximately
no
1
matter
in
what, you really can't
750,000.
hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he
and
knew
his
right
father
away that
before
he wasn't
him,
going to get to his
Prescott
primary
Bush,
guy. I think he read
were all
that as soon as he got
members
to the
of
line of
this occult
scrimmage,
society.
knew where the pressure was going to come from.
The
and
videotape
said,
provides a
I know how to
grainy
beat
glimpse
that, and
into
that's
what
what he did.
appear to be the initiation rituals of a secret society that's been around since 1832, whose members have gone on to be leaders of Wall Street and the
He'll
White
try
House,
again with
the
the
Senate,
arm
and
here
the
on
Supreme
second
Court.
down.
They're sort
His
of
throw
trying to scare
incomplete.
the initiates, make them, disorient them, frighten them.
New York Observer investigative
the seventh
reporter
play
Ron
now of this
Rosenbaum
drive as this
accompanied
is
a
3rd
team
and
of
10.
Yale students who shot these pictures 9 days ago. Rosenbaum's curiosity
They'll
about
stick with the
Skull and
passing
Bones
game as he
was
looks to
permanently
throw.
peaked
Thrown
when,
across
as a
his body,
classmate
and
of
it's
George W.
intercepted.
Bush,
A
he
great
lived
read,
right
and it's
next
picked
to
off.
the tomb.
And a big turnover there
heavily
as his
fortified
guys will
home.
get the football
From their
back.
perch, Rosenbaum and his cohorts taped
And we'll
the
see how
tomb's
this is
courtyard.
played.
What
Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's
being
tempting
forced to
to
kiss
try
a
and add to
skull.
your lead, but a mistake there
Then
that could
members
change
performing
things in
a
a
mock
big way. I
killing.
say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It may look look like your average fraternity nonsense, but Rosenbaum says it's not.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy.
It seems silly to us. It seems
And he's going to take this
to
up
them.
past the 10
And you
to
can't
about the
argue
11.
the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fresh set of downs here. He'll get the football here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Finding time. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And 21 yards there as they convert on third.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now it's Taylor. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close, close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Degree Mason. Karl Marx met up with German philosopher Friedrich Engels.
Now a shotgun
Engels
snap
joined
as
the
they'll look to
revolutionary
throw.
group 10 years
and
earlier,
he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. That was good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Did not practice what he preached. In an 1864 letter to his uncle,
in
Marx
motion comes the tight end left.
400 pounds on the stock exchange. Nikolai Lenin picked up where Karl Marx left off.
The play clock's
Lenin
running
inspired
down.
Mikhail Bakunin, who wrote,
Back to throw.
"The evil one is the satanic revolt against
and
divine
he's going to be
authority.
intercepted a third
Satan,
time.
the
A great
eternal
read,
rebel,
and it's picked
the
off.
first free thinker,
Thought they
and
had
the
something going there to
emancipator
break
of
that goose egg here in the
While
second half,
attending
but to no
university,
avail.
Lenin
Hope
became
was
a Mason.
alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Were home for Christmas. President
And
Wilson
some changes here as the D-line separates some.
In exchange for campaign
On second down, here's Taylor.
This unconstitutional
Miller
act
on the catch
allowed
over the middle.
a private group of
A good
international
pick up
bankers
there, a
to
22.
print pieces of paper
And a good
as money,
quarterback
which would
facing
be loaned
zone
out to the
coverage. If he
government
has just a
at
little bit of
interest,
time to survey the scene,
leading
that's what's going to
directly or
happen.
No
indirectly
doubt
through
about
their
it. If
agents.
there's no
The
pressure,
most
he's
prominent
going to
members of
continue to
this
pick
group
them apart
were
because
J.P.
he'll have
Morgan,
all that time
J.D.
to find someone
Rockefeller,
open
Jacob
downfield. You can only cover for
and
so
Max
long.
and Paul
So
Warburg.
maybe they want to go to a
Every
zone blitz
member of
scheme,
this
get a
group
little bit
was
more
connected
pressure.
in different
Remember
ways
when
to the
Carolina did that
Rothschilds.
against Denver? They lost the game
International
ultimately.
bankers
They
wasted
dropped the
little
defensive
time
end
doing
out,
what
and he
they
ended
did
up with an
best.
interception in that game in
Finance
Super Bowl
wars.
50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He goes for 18 there
The
as the
bankers of
drive will
Europe and
continue.
America found
And
a
the
way
game
to
just
ignite
keeps
the growing
evolving.
tension
Big
between
guys
Germany
running those
and the
corner routes,
Anglo-American
so difficult to cover.
for the economic and cultural dominance of Europe. Most people know that the flashpoint of World War I along the western
10th carry now for
was the
McCoy.
torpedoing of
And he is
Lusitania
met at the
on
line
May
of
7,
scrimmage, and he goes down
1915.
right there.
What
Call it
most
no
people
gain
don't
on the play, and it'll be
is how
second
the
down.
operations of the Lusitania
So nothing
were
there, but maybe you blame that on the
to
blocking.
provoke this
Yeah, at
war.
some point you've got to win at the
British
point of attack,
intelligence
and on
broke
that
the
play,
German war
that was
code
all the
in December
defense. They made it
1914.
happen.
This meant
Now
that the
Taylor
First Lord of
escaping
the
the pressure
Admiralty,
right.
Winston
And
Churchill,
he'll just throw this one
knew
over
where
in the way of
every
the
German
security
U-boat
crew.
was
Incomplete
in the
here.
English Channel. The Lusitania slowed to await the arrival of its military escort through the
So
channel.
here we go down. Extra
Churchill
defensive
ordered the
back in
escort
there on
to
3rd and
return to
10.
port. The
Taylor will
Lusitania
throw.
was
And
crawling
Jones
alone
has it over the
through a war
middle.
zone.
They do get 9,
A
but
private
it
letter
leads to
from
4th
Churchill
down.
removes
That was a
any
nicely
doubt
run slant
as to
route,
whether
and what
he
the receiver's
intended
trying to
for the
do is make the
Lusitania
defender think
to be
he's
sunk.
going upfield for a
Roughly
deeper
1,200
route,
people
and then breaks
lost
it off
their
usually
lives
after
in an
about 3 to 4
engineered event
steps and cuts
designed
towards
to
the middle of
start
the
a
field.
war.
And now what he's trying to do
The Germans
is use his
claimed that
body
the
to keep the
Lusitania
defender
was
away from the
carrying arms
football
from America
and give the
to
quarterback
be
a
used
really
by
nice
Britain
target.
against Germany.
Feeling like they're not quite
93
in
years
field goal
later,
range
this
yet. They're
claim
going
has
to
been
go
proven
for it
to be
on
true.
4th. Back
The
now
English-speaking
in
press,
Jacksonville.
controlled by the
It's the
CFR
Bills with a
in
lead
America
and the football
and the
here to begin
Rothschild-owned
the
news
4th quarter.
services in Europe, published the claim that the barbaric Germans had attacked an unarmed passenger ship.
So on 4th down,
This ignores
out
the
trots
fact
the kicker
that the German
in a big
government
spot
placed
here.
warnings in
This
New York
to make it a
newspapers
2-score
reminding
game.
passengers that the ship would be
And
sailing
his kick
into
is
a war zone.
good. He got every
The best
bit of that
example
one
of how
as
the
it's good
Illuminati
from
bankers
56
funded both
yards
sides
out.
of World War I.
So a
was
big
given
one there
through
is
Max
that gives
and
them a
Paul
little
Warburg.
cushion.
And you know, here
Paul
in the 4th
Warburg's
quarter,
firm
the
of
fact that they
Kuhn
were able to
Loeb
bleed some
Company
time off the clock
was in charge of
and put
Liberty
points on the
Loans,
board, even
which
if it's
helped
only
finance
3,
the American
that could turn out to be the
military.
drive that ultimately wins
Max
them the game.
Warburg's firm of M.M. Warburg and Company helped
And
finance
out
the
now
German
comes
military.
Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
The Rothschilds were
and
unable to
3
control
interceptions
Russia
in this
because of the
game.
Tsar
I would have to
until
think.
World
I
War
wasn't a
I,
quarterback.
when the
But
alliance
number
between
4
the
is kind of, oh,
European
you're like,
and
oh, man,
American
I can't throw
bankers
4.
was complete.
No, what's interesting is what
Jacob
do the
Schiff
coaches
spent
decide to
$20
do now?
million
Having
in gold
thrown through.
That his
finance
pass is
the Russian
intercepted for the
Revolution
4th
through
time
Leon
today.
Trotsky,
Picked off
who
by
was
Micah
exiled in
Hyde.
style
And his
in
guys
New
are
York.
going to get the
Of
football
the
at the
384
37-yard
commissars
line.
that were to make
Back
up
onto the
the new
field
Russian
now comes the
government,
Bills offense.
264
And fortunate
had
to get
come
points
from
on the
the
board
United
last
States.
time. They had to hit a really long
When
field
the
goal to
ship
do so.
carrying the men and
The
materials for
kickers
the
in today's
revolution
game
were seized at
are
the
so
port of
good and
Halifax
so
by
skilled
Canadian
and hit from
authorities.
distances that we
President
almost start to
Wilson
take them for
secured their
granted.
release
And we
by
can't do
stating that
that.
if they
That's a
weren't let go,
long field goal
the U.S.
that they
would
got
not
3 points
enter
out
the
of.
war.
They've got to feel good about
Lenin,
that, and they've
exiled
got to make
in
sure they love
Switzerland,
him up because he's
promised to
helped
make
them out.
peace
Yeah,
with
now we'll
Germany
see
if
if that
he
offense can
overthrew
put
Russia's
6 on the
temporary
board here. We'll see.
government. He was
On
placed in a
second
sealed
down,
railway
Taylor.
star with $5 million
and incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free.
When the
and
elections were held in
down.
November 1917, Lenin's communists received only 24% of the vote. Lenin had to use force in order to represent the people. The United States stepped in
now they'll
with
try and run
enormous
a sweep
amounts
to
of food and
McCoy.
relief supplies
And he'll be
as
brought
famine
down,
gripped
losing
Russia,
yardage
while
back
Lenin
at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now out come the Jags. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll go down at the 28. 11 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Come on.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. We got 4.
Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now.
4 down, 4 down.
One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Taylor gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 6. and now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line. And tough starting field position here. On 1st and 10, Romo. And his first look is incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
Flushed out right, and he's going to be sacked. Tony Romo sacked in the end zone, so that's going to be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13.
With the Enemy Act in 1942,
a little 360.
After America entered the war. The Bush family fortune was built in part from funding the very enemy that would kill over 400,000 American troops.
May I introduce our co-editors for this edition of the Non-Gene Chronicle?
They'll come out in the pistol.
This evening is the Honorable Prescott
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Our efforts to get at this subversion business within our own government. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
At this point,
hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
And deliberately made worse. The Japanese signals indicating the time, place, and resources to be used in the
taken in at the 22.
were remotely intercepted and sent to President Roosevelt.
Nice job
President
bringing that one
Roosevelt
back.
chose
14
not to relay
on the
the
return.
information
And it'll be
to Pearl
Seahawk
Harbor.
football first
America
and
now
10.
had the excuse
And
to
Seattle
attack
now
Germany,
ready to march
even
out of
though
the
Germany
field.
never
And a big
attacked
no-no
America.
last time. A
The
safety
Japanese
to
were
make
ready
this
to
score
surrender
2-0
in
where we
February
stand now. So
1945,
see if they can
but
atone
two
for that
nuclear
mistake.
bombs were
You
dropped
give
on
up
them
points,
after this date,
but on the flip
instead of
side, the
being
positive
used in
side,
Europe.
after you punted the ball
The
away and
madness
kicked it
of
away,
World War
Defense
II
helped.
defense held
several
for you,
things
so there's a
for
little
the
bit of
Illuminati
relief there.
financiers.
Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again. A one-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And that is incomplete. The Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Had ties to the occult. Hitler was deeply involved in the black arts. He joined a group focused on esoteric teachings called the
And
Thule
this one hits
Society.
at the one, continues
This
on
is where
into the
logo
end
for the
zone
Nazi
for a
Party
touchback.
came from.
And out now comes
The occult foundation
Jacksonville
of
as they
Nazi
get ready to go.
philosophy was
And
laid
they'll certainly
by
be trying to do
Dietrich
better than that first
not
drive where they
by
went
Adolf
3 and
Hitler.
out.
And sometimes the
Joseph
first drive is
Stalin
just
was
simple to
involved.
settle nerves. You know what it's
Here
like
we
at the
see
start of a
him
game
giving
with the
the same
emotion.
sign of the
Guys a
hidden
little
hand.
bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us
Napoleon
calling one,
and
right?
Solomon
Making sure we
Rothschild.
ease into the game, let it come
Franklin
to us.
Well, you went
And
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
Winston Churchill.
No, you didn't
was
go
a
3 and
member
out.
of
I went
two
3 and out on that
Masonic
first time. I'm
lodges.
trying to do better here.
The Druidic Lodge. When
Out of
you
the
look
gun,
at a
they'll look to
photograph
throw.
of the three main characters
Firing quickly
involved
here,
at
and
the
that's
Yalta
complete.
Conference in
And he'll be
February
out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Keep in mind that
So the
all
offense
three
has it first.
were Freemasons.
They were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be
The
careful
United
about how much
Nations
time
was the
you're
second
giving up. I think
prearranged
it's a good
attempt
point
at
you just
world
brought up. So maybe if you
offered
still
as
want
the
to play
solution
zone,
to future
go to a zone
conflicts
blitz scheme.
like World War
And you can
II.
drop anyone out
To
of your
help prevent
defensive
the
front,
pivotal United
defensive
States
end,
from
defensive
backing
tackle.
out of the
It
United
doesn't matter. You
Nations,
just
as it did
exchange
with the
someone
League
to
of
bring more
Nations.
pressure towards the
UN
quarterback
was to be
and still
located
try and
on
cover
American
downfield.
soil, with
They'll
land
bring a receiver
graciously
in motion
donated
left.
by John D. Rockefeller Jr. Through its domination of the American media, the CFR conditioned the
Now
United
a shotgun
States
snap
to
as they'll
accept
look
the
to
increasing
throw.
role of the
Throwing
UN
left side,
in
it's
the drive
complete.
for world government.
23 yards on the play. And now a first
Political
down following
Zionism,
that long
a
game.
tool of the Rothschilds, clearly expressed the desire to create Israel long before World
A
War
handoff
II.
as they run the counter
This is
play.
documented in
And
the
he's going to be
Balfour
met at the
Declaration
line of
of
scrimmage and
1917.
taken down.
Arthur
No
James
gain on the
Balfour
play. It'll be
of the British
second
Foreign
down.
Office
Well,
announced
a
that it was the
well-executed
will of
blitz,
His
no doubt.
Majesty's
Great job by the
government
linebacker.
to establish
Maybe the
a
quarterback,
Jewish
if he could have seen
homeland
that,
in
could have
Palestine.
audibled there.
Yeah, he needed
This
to be in a
official
different play
policy was
because
given
that
to
one
the
just
World
meshed
Zionist
perfectly for the
Federation of
defense.
Great Britain,
All the gaps were
headed
filled
by Lord
except for the one the
Rothschild,
offense really
over
wanted to
30
run through,
years
and that was
before
filled by a
Israel
big
was
man wanting to make
created.
a tackle.
And he made a great
James
tackle.
Balfour,
Well, we're not
a willing
playing 3
tool of
yards in the
British
cloud of dust
Freemasonic
football
crown,
anymore. I
was
kind of
awarded
get why those
many
old school
Masonic
coaches
royal
sometimes
titles
didn't
for
want to
this
throw the football.
and other
Because if it's
services
popped up
rendered.
in the air,
Political
it almost
Zionism
turns into slow
used and
motion, and
magnified
both
the
sides trying to
anti-Semitism
get to the
of the
football,
Nazi
and you're holding your breath
to
wondering
create
whether it's going to go
Israel.
good or bad
As
for
soon as
your
Hitler
team.
took power in 1933, many
And
Jews
this
around
is
the
going to
world
be
boycotted
incomplete.
German goods.
Alongside the former
The political
defensive back
Zionists
Charles
in
Davis,
Palestine
I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's
negotiated a
Jaguar
secret
football
deal
as we
with the
begin
devil.
quarter number 2.
In
They
return
are,
for the
however,
transfer
facing a
of
fourth
60,000
down
Jews
situation.
and $100 million to Palestine, political Zionists would halt the worldwide Jewish-led anti-Nazi boycott that threatened to topple the Hitler regime in its first year. Over 40 million
And a bit of a
Chinese
mistake
died
there.
in a
This is well
25-year
into the
period
end zone for
under
a
the
touchback.
dictatorship of
The
Mao
Seahawks
Zedong.
offense now,
Yet,
they get
all
ready to
you
come
probably
back
know
onto the
is the
field.
phrase,
And still
6
no
million
points
Jews.
on the scoreboard. You're
If you
coming
question
off
the
of the
scope
3 and
purpose
out.
of the Holocaust,
They're just looking for
you
anything to
will be
grab
labeled
onto
a
right now, aren't
Holocaust
they?
denier.
I'm wondering if someone's going going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. That changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They have argued for years that the second incident never occurred, but Lyndon Johnson used it to justify air attacks on Vietnam and broaden the scope of the war.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 41 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
The initial attack on the destroyer Maddox.
And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead.
Today by a number of hostile vessels attacking
the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Repeated acts of violence.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before,
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Romo, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on third down, Romo. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Is guaranteed to fail without support.
And
it
what
failed
is
in
this?
1989 through
They're
the
lining up
symbology
here
of
to
the fall
punt
of the
on
Berlin
first
Wall.
down.
China was busy by this time, producing goods for the capitalist West.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
World to a bipolar
and that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
1954, though its practices can be traced back.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
At the expense of national sovereignty. Over time, its scope is broadened to include balanced membership, mainly from NATO countries.
Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he can be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss. And what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Also created the European Union.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
But does so in a way
Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You call games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me.
By Aurelio Pecci, a prominent Italian industrialist.
Speechless.
Affiliations with the Club of Rome have included members of the Rockefeller family and the CFR.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Heavily involved in the New Age movement, regardless of its size.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Social and economic control.
10 yards still left on second down.
The Trilateral Commission was created in 1973 by David Rockefeller to launder money. As more congressmen and informed citizens became aware of the CFR and the Federal Reserve during the 1950s
on second and 10,
global planners
he completes it to Jordy Nelson. 6 yards is
the
pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Would have to be sent to Japanese
and the offense moving quickly to the
Arab
line.
oil magnates who would use it to buy up Western businesses and real estate.
From the gun on third down, Romo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. No, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Japanese cars. This system of Western, Eastern, and Middle Eastern trade promoted global interdependence and made lots of money.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
The Illuminati financiers with the collapse of communism in 1989. White House Special Envoy Donald Rumsfeld met Saddam in December 1983. Rumsfeld gave Saddam the gas he used to kill thousands of his own people, but
and a
that
tough
didn't
ask
matter
here.
to
They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Was that Saddam was pumping too much oil to get rid of his foreign debt.
They are going for it. It's
Romo. The oil
Romo.
market, angering OPEC nations.
And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They go back to the air here after the INT. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Saddam's
and
army
he brings
was
it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team,
incubators,
right? You just mentioned they're down, they're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Miller, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down now following the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ready, black 35.
Now it's Romo off the bootleg. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going to try and throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Looking to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. 1 receiver to the left is Evans. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators,
Most people
They
assume
sell
that Flight
their
93
key
was
plays
crashed
each
by
and
its
every week to their head
passengers
coach, don't
after
they?
they overtook
I'll
the
guarantee he's been
terrorists
selling
who
this one.
controlled
We
it.
can get it, coach. We can
After
get
all,
it.
it
And
left
that
a
came
scar
together
in
with
the
that
earth.
sense of urgency you talked
Here's the
about.
problem. According to a USGS aerial survey, that scar existed in 1994.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
At this point, we have
and
two
now
choices.
this is intercepted.
We can
My
choose to
goodness.
believe that a
Picked
full-size
off by
airliner
Vontae
being
Davis.
fought
And a
over
big
crashed
turnover
into
there as
topsoil.
his guys will get
Precise
the
alignment
football
with a
back.
pre-existing
Now
scar,
we take a glance at
leaving
the
that scar
offense as they work their
relatively
way
intact.
back out for their first
can also
possession
choose to
of the
believe
second
that only
half.
part of the
They were
plane
able to get the
landed
stop
within that
defensively, and now a chance to
The
turn
first
that into
option
points on the
would
offensive
violate
end.
the patterns
Can you
of
imagine
hundreds
what
of
the
airplane
grease board
crashes
looks like
over
at the
decades.
half? Because
Tell
The
me.
second
that's
option
exactly what they
forces us to
printed up.
ask whether pieces
Stop
of the
them
plane
on
were found in
defense,
other
get the ball
locations.
back for our offense,
Indeed,
and go
this is
downfield
the
and score
case.
some points. Now, the
Small
last part
pieces of the
remains to
plane
be seen,
were spread
but
out
they got the
over a
first part
debris
done
field
very well.
Do
several
people
miles
use
long.
grease boards, or you mean the magic marker
This
boards?
forces
Yeah,
us to
those
ask
two.
how the plane disintegrated.
5 yards
According
gets
to
them back
retired
near the
Colonel
original
Don
line of
DeGrand
scrimmage as they'll be left with
it
a
was
third
shot
and
down
long.
by a member of the Air
Frustrating
Force.
for a defense,
We have since
energizing for an
learned the
offense.
probable
Finding a
name
way
of
to
the
create
pilot
that
who
type of
eliminated
yardage in your
Flight
running
93.
game, that'll make the guys
Lieutenant
carrying the
Colonel
ball
Rick
very, very
Gibney
happy.
And he
was the
fires
only
one that's
pilot in the
intercepted.
United States
A
Air
great
Force
read, and it's
to
picked
be given
off.
an award
And they
in
take
secret
possession of the
for
football
his
and
actions
have it
on
at
a
the
special mission
36-yard line.
on
The
9/11.
Jags offense now
Most
gets
people
set
assume
and
that
heads
Flight
back onto the
77
field.
struck the
And what
Pentagon
is going
with
on
no
here?
warning
Are they
by a
serious?
crack pilot.
First
In
down,
recorded
and they're
testimony
in punt
before the 9/11
formation.
Commission, then Transportation Secretary Norman Mineta
He's averaging
recalled
just
what
under
he
50
witnessed
yards a
in the
punt as he gets
Presidential
this
Command
away.
Center below the White House.
During the
So
time
possession
that
goes
the airplane
over
coming
here
in
on the punt.
to the
And
Pentagon,
possession will switch hands
there was a
first
young
and 10.
man who would come in
The
and say to
Seahawks
the vice
offense now,
president,
they get ready to head back
the
onto the
plane is 50
field.
miles out. The plane is 30 miles out.
They'll come out in the
When it got
pistol.
down to plane is 10 miles out.
They'll try and get the run game
the young man
going. This
also
is
said to
Miller.
the vice
And he
president,
is going to lose
the
yardage
order's
here.
still standing.
It's a loss of 2 there,
And
bringing
the
up
vice
second
president
down.
turned.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up.
This testimony
Let the running game
proves
go
that
a
the Vice
little bit.
President was
Let's
aware
get to the
that
passing
something
game, and if you
was
still want to
approaching
get in the
the
hands of the
Pentagon.
runner, maybe you swing it
Honey
to him, throw
Hanauer
it
is
to him a little
alleged
bit,
to have
and try it
hijacked
that
Flight
way.
77 and flown it into the
The play
Pentagon.
action fake. They'll look
Here's
to
the
throw.
problem.
Rolling
The
to
flight
his right.
parameters for
He
Flight
may try and
77
run for this.
obtained under the Freedom
And
of
he's able to
Information
get the
Act
first
from
before he's
National
taken
Transport
down at the 36.
indicate
He
that
got
the flight
18
deck
yards
door
out of that one, and it gets him a new
closed
set
once
of
the plane
downs.
in flight.
Now that definitely
The mid-air
hurts because the
hijacking of
mindset
Flight
is getting a
77
3 and out there,
could not
and
have
they don't
taken
get it
place
done. They
if
give
the
up the
cockpit
scramble
door
and a pickup
never
for a
opened.
first down.
Caught by
One of the
Nelson
popular
left
myths of
side.
9/11
Just
is
a
that the
yard
Twin
on the
Towers
catch
were
there. It'll
towering
be second and
infernos.
9.
The goal
If
of a wide
that's
receiver
true,
screen is get enough
then people wouldn't
blockers in
have been
front to
told
create
to
a
return
wall
to
and let him
work
pick
in
his
the
spot to
South
run the
Tower.
football. How about the
In the
defense
neighboring
there
South Tower,
swarming to it
people
and
are
not allowing
also
that to happen?
evacuating.
Did not
Look
let him
at
get
it.
downfield.
Over
Just
the
a couple on
PA
the
system
pickup
tells
there, and now
workers
it's
their
third
building
down.
is secure.
And quickly,
They
they
can
get to the
return to their
line.
desks.
Tough day,
An announcement
tough
that will
sledding
soon
right
have
there, and it's
tragic
been that way the
consequences.
entire game. Not a whole
If
lot
the
of room
towers
to
were
ramble
towering
for him.
infernos,
Yeah, you're right. It's
then
been
the
that way
Battalion
all
7
afternoon.
chief would
Didn't
have
get a
never
whole
been
lot
able
better
to
there.
make it to the 78th floor and say,
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on the punt for Seattle. And look at this. It's a fake. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Haoli Kikaha. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt. punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dante Fowler getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll roll him out right. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball. I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Jordy Nelson all by himself. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Vinatieri's kick is good, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Underneath for Miller. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's actually
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go.
It's caught inside the 25. A pickup there of 36. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He's got his man sharp, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And that's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. That'll bring up 2nd down.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw would turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete here.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. One receiver to the left is Evans. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You score the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.